evening. Hope that you're keeping well. Thank you so much for being here. Sorry that I'm a few minutes late. Bit of a weird thing that happened a few minutes ago in terms of scheduling. But anyway, thank you so much again for being here. Thank you for joining this live. My name is Sarah, for those of you who are not aware. And yes, I call myself a coffee drinking TV feeder. So we're just going to get ourselves set up here in the background and give ourselves a few minutes to get all settled and set up here. So as I mentioned, I am a coffee drinking tea leaf reader. So what we're going to be doing this evening is tea leaf readings. So what I'd like to do as part of our weekly schedule is I go live 2 times a week. I go live on Monday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern, as well as Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. So Monday evenings. Now this week is a little bit different with our schedules. So I had to reschedule Monday's weekly tea leaf reading to Tuesday, but usually it's on Monday. Usually it's on Monday evenings. So this week on Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. I went live and we did a general weekly tea leaf reading to look at the week ahead. And this evening, this being Thursday, we're going to be doing live viewer readings. So if you had never had a tea leaf reading before, or if you just want to have a quick little check-in and see whatever the universe would like you to know, then please feel free to hop on over to the live chat. The chat is live. It is here right now. Teresa. Oh, hi, Teresa. Thanks so much for being here. That's amazing. Great to see you. Thanks so much. Dragonfly, turn up your volume. I can't. Dragonfly, I can't. Is my volume low? Now, thank you, ladies, for so much for being in the chat. Now, one thing that I wanted to actually ask you is if you could hear me and see me okay. Is there a lot of buffering? Because if there's a lot of buffering, I may as well just end the stream now. It's very cloudy. It's very rainy. It's been like this all day. Whenever that happens, usually where I am, I'm basically like just a few blocks away from Lake Huron. And inevitably in this weather, it prevents live streaming, whether it's just a video call, voice call to a friend on my phone, but it also with YouTube streams, I find it happens. So if I'm buffering and if you cannot hear me, may you please let me know. Dragonfly, I know you said turn up your volume. I can't. The volume is how it always is. There's no way at all that I can adjust my volume. None. And as far as I'm concerned, from what I'm seeing, but thank you for letting me know. I really appreciate it. From what I can see, there's absolutely no way that I can change that. There's no setting that I have on my end that can adjust volume. But may you ladies please, Dragonfly and Teresa, may you please let me know if this video is buffering. Because again, if it is, then there's no point in having this live stream because if you can't hear me and see me okay, there's no point in being live. Teresa and Dragonfly, if you can hear me, okay, may you please let me know if this video is buffering in the live chat. I'd really appreciate it. This has happened many times. Well, for myself, it's happened several times where I'm just having a conversation with a friend on, using an internet connection, using an app on my phone. Inevitably, even if it's just a regular phone call, inevitably, all is good. Oh, thank you so much, Teresa. Dragonfly, how about it? How is it for you? How is it for you? Inevitably, whenever there's adverse weather, no, right now, obviously, it's like summertime, basically. So it's thunderstorms and overcast and cloudy and rainy. But during the wintertime, whenever we get like the same kind of weather, but it's snow, almost every single time I keep looking over there because I'm looking out the window, but inevitably, almost every single time without fail, I have issues with doing a live stream or a video call or a voice call between friends or whatever app or platform I'm using. If it uses internet, it doesn't work. Dragonfly, thank you for letting me know. Okay, so stalling on your end, Teresa. Okay, thank you. So let's try and keep going. But if it gets worse, you ladies, please let me know if it gets worse, especially since Dragonfly, I know you're having buffering on your end. Not good. Teresa, if you can hear me and see me okay, awesome. So especially given the fact, Teresa, that you can hear me and see me okay, well, for both of you, but if you may, both of you, please let me know if it starts to act up. Dragonfly, if it gets worse for you, or Teresa, if you can't hear me or you can't see me or the buffering starts, please let me know, and we'll just end it. Because this is inevitable. This usually happens, and I was wondering if it was going to happen. They are calling for thunderstorms where I am, or rain anyway, all night tonight and all day tomorrow. So I figured something was going to happen. I was just walking Bree a few minutes ago. That's why I'm a few minutes late. I went outside. We got caught in a downpour, and I was like, oh no. Oh no. Um, so that's what's been going on here. So thank you again for joining me tonight. So let's keep trying, and let's go ahead with this live. If it gets worse, ladies, please let me know. Thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate it because on my end, I can never tell if the video is buffering or not. It looks okay to me, so I never know if it's buffering or if it's not. I have no way to know that. So I'm really, I'm relying on you ladies to let me know because I have no idea. So but let's try. Let's keep going and let's try and see how we get along tonight. If it gets bad, it gets worse, please let me know. So everyone, thank you so much for being here. After our little discussion about buffering there, I'm so sorry about any inconvenience that may be causing. So we are here for our Thursday evening viewer tea leaf readings. This is something that I like to do as a nice goodwill gesture on my part anyway. I like to offer this. And while we are on that topic, I would like to give a big, huge shout out and a big, huge thank you and round of applause to Dragonfly. And again, thank you for letting me know that, Dragonfly. I really appreciate that. Again, I have no idea. This is why I have moderators. This is why I have beautiful people in the chat, such as yourselves, Dragonfly and Teresa, to let me know what's going on in your end because I have no way to know if there's buffering taking place. I just can't see it. I can never see it. So let's give a big round of thanks and a big round of applause to Dragonfly. She is our moderator this evening, and she always makes sure that the chat is running tickly-boo. Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Dragonfly, for making sure the chat runs tickly-boo and that everything is going very, very smoothly and going very well. Any noise you hear right now in the background, that is me boiling the water again. That's what that is, in case you're wondering. So big thanks to Dragonfly for letting us know what's going on and for minding the chat and making sure everything runs smoothly. Could never do this without her. So thank you so much, Dragonfly, for all of your help. So as we mentioned, as Dragonfly just mentioned, this is a tea leaf reading. So this involves looking at images which are formed by tea leaves in a cup. They all mean different things. They can be literal, symbolic, and or both. And the way that I like to describe tea leaf reading, and this is just me, there's many different ways that people read tea leaves or read cups, Turkish coffee grounds, same concept, it's the same basic idea. But the way that I describe tea leaf reading is that it involves it describes the qualities and or characteristics of events and or situations which are likely to occur. That's how I myself describe it. Different people read differently. I read chronologically. So the way I do it is the rim represents the present situation, the sides are on the way, and the base is more of the distant future. So it really is like now, on the way, and later. So without further ado, if anyone is watching this evening and you're watching live and you would like to have a quick 5-minute tea leaf reading, because this is what we do on Thursday nights, I offer 3 free 5-minute tea leaf readings. I will repeat that. 3 free complimentary 5-minute tea leaf readings. It's a goodwill gesture on my part. So if you'd like to have a quick check-in, a quick little tea leaf reading, please let me know in the chat. This is always first come, first served. I never pre-book, like I do not pre-book any live readings like this. This is just a strictly goodwill gesture on my part, and it really is first come, first serve. So thank you so much again for all of your interest. And if you are watching this and you're watching this live and would like to have a quick 5-minute tea leaf reading, please hop over into the chat and let me know. Let us know. Also, I am going to be scheduling next week's lives. Let's just mention that right now and give a bit of a soundbite here while we're waiting for some more people to join the live here. So next week, as of now, we're going to be going live, unless things change. As of now, we're going to be aiming again next week. This is a bit of a channel update too here. So next week, June the 10th and June the 13th. So that's Monday, June the 10th, as well as Thursday, June the 13th. We will be going live, but I think we're going to change the schedule up a little bit next week and see how we get along. We're going to make it for 9 p.m. Eastern. Obviously, clearly right now, I typically do go live. Like, I don't like to say we as far as I'm concerned, we're all sort of, hey, it's a group effort here. But usually we go live at 8 p.m. Eastern. However, it's just, I'm fine with it for the summer hours, like for the summer daylight that we have now, certainly where I am anyway in this part of the world. It's brighter later, like it's lighter later now. Like back in the winter time, it was never any problem to go live at 8 p.m. or even 7 p.m. It's dark. But this way it allows everyone bit more time during the evening to enjoy the sunlight that we do have, the daylight that we do have. So I'm thinking let's do that for next week. Let's aim for 9 p.m. Eastern and see how we get along and try it and then go from there. But I definitely think 9 p.m. is better. That way we're closer to the sunset. Generally where we are, where I am, it sets around 9:30, closer to 9:30 or so. But anyway, it does give us a couple more hours during the evening and to enjoy that sunlight and daylight, and then heading into the evening there. So that's what we're going to be doing for next week. So as of next week, it will be scheduled for 9 p.m. Eastern, and I hope that works for your schedule. But let's just give it a go and see how we get along. Yeah. And that also may hopefully give some people on the West Coast, on the West Coast time zone, a bit more of a chance and opportunity to come in here. So that's always, as I always like to say as well, bit of a disclaimer here, entertainment purposes only. So all of the readings that I do offer are for entertainment purposes only. Please take what you will and leave what you don't. Typically, when I offer, like for my own private readings that I do offer, the shortest amount of time is 15 minutes, like 15 minutes. The readings here on Thursday evening is they're a taste test, as I like to say. It's a taste test of a tea leaf reading. They're 5 minutes long. And once you have one, or if you've seen any other tea leaf readings here before on this channel on Thursday evenings, you can see why. There's a lot of information that's always presented in a tea leaf reading typically. So it really is like a quick 5-minute taste test of a tea leaf reading. But anyway, it's really fun and I really enjoy it. I hope that you enjoy it too. So if you're watching live, please let me know in the chat if you'd like to have a tea leaf reading. And let's hang out here for another few more minutes and see if anyone is interested. If not, we'll just call it a night. No harm, no foul. And we'll head over to, we'll aim for next week and beginning on Monday, obviously. And I think that's June the 10th, right? Yeah. So Monday, June the 10th. And Thursday, June the 13th, we'll aim for 9 p.m. Eastern. And it will still stick with the same schedule. Like Monday, June the 10th at 9 p.m. Eastern, we'll still be doing a weekly tea leaf reading, a general weekly tea leaf reading. And that is a look, in case you don't know, that is a look at the week ahead to see whatever the universe would like us to know as a general overall look-see, peek ahead as like for the week, as the days unfold. And then on the Thursday, next Thursday is always like here, it's live viewer readings. So if you'd like to have a quick 5-minute taste test of a tea leaf reading live here on YouTube, come on back and put your name in the chat if you're interested during that live, and I'll do my best to read for you then. So just catching up here on the chat. So those are basically my updates. Now Christine, oh, I think there's someone in the chat who'd like to have a tea leaf reading. Awesome. Christine, okay, so Christine, so it sounds like you would like to have a tea leaf reading. Kelsey Wells, hope I'm saying everyone's name correctly. I always hope that. I always like read off the names or usernames. I'm like, oh, I hope I'm saying that right. Christine, yes, please. Oh, perfect. Awesome. Okay, Christine, for sure. So let's get your tea leaves ready for sure. Of course you can have a quick tea leaf reading. Kelsey Wells, hi, can I ask for a reading? You absolutely can ask for a reading for sure, and you've got one. So this is why I always like do a bit of a sound bite and chat away for however long has it been, almost 13 and a half minutes, because it usually takes a little bit of time for people to hop on the live. Oh, awesome. Yay. Thank you so much. Okay, so right now we have Christine and Kelsey. So what I'm going to do is I'm quickly going to get your leaves ready. So Christine, you are up first. I'm going to, what I always do is I write your names on little pieces of paper here and keep them off to the side and match them up with your cup, like the mug that I used for your own reading, because what I always like to offer too as part of this is, and I do this too whenever I offer private readings, I do exactly the same thing. I always offer for me to take pictures of your tea leaves and to send them to you. So if you are interested in having a quick you ladies obviously you're having a reading, but if you were interested in me sending you pictures of your tea leaf reading here live, please send me a quick email. And Dragonfly, may you please put if you're able to, Dragonfly, and you're hearing me okay, it's not buffering too much. Hopefully it's not buffering at all. May you please put my email address into the chat, Dragonfly? That would be so awesome. Thank you so much. And please send me a quick email, ladies, if you'd like me to send you pictures of your tea leaf reading, and I will send them over to you. Typically, I take about 3 pictures, but I only take them if you want a tea leaf, if you have a tea leaf reading, and if you want pictures of your reading. So I can never take pictures of everyone's leaves, but if you are interested in having pictures of your leaves sent to you by email, please send me a quick email and I will email them over to you as soon as I possibly can. Usually like the same night. Well, thank you so much, Dragonfly. So Christine and Kelsey, that's my email address in the chat. So please feel free to send me an email whenever if you're interested, and I will send you over pictures of your tea leaves. I will aim to do that tonight if you want me to send you pictures of your tea leaves. Awesome. I'm very short-sighted, by the way. So in case you're wondering like what I'm doing, I keep looking over here. I'm using laptop over here off to the side. I use my phone to stream. I'm fairly short-sighted, so things get a little bit blurry. I don't wear my glasses for the lives, but I can't. Everything's blurry right now. Christine, first time with the tea leaf reading. Yay! Awesome. Oh, Kelsey. Oh, cool. Oh, you ladies, you never had a tea leaf reading before. Oh, that's so much fun. I always like reading for people, and I always find it so exciting when I read for someone who's never had a tea leaf reading before, because like to me, it's just exciting. It's exciting. Sorry, my ring light's doing something strange there. It's always exciting. It's fun. You never know. Like I never know what's going to come through, but it's always for the best of intentions, and it's always just really fun. And for someone to have a tea leaf reading for the first time and they trust me enough to read it for them, it's just really cool. So, yay! Thank you so much. This is really fun. Oh, awesome. Okay, so Christine, we will read your tea leaves first. I'm just getting your cup ready right now, and then Kelsey, we will read for you right next after that. So we'll aim for about 5 minutes each, but as you will soon see, Dragonfly and you see Dragonfly and Teresa, yeah. You ladies know the whole story. Those ladies, Teresa and Dragonfly, they're regulars here all the time, and they know how long it takes to get a cup ready sometimes. So that's awesome. Let me just get your cup ready right now. So I have placed tea leaves in your cup here. I won't show I won't show do a public showing of your tea leaves, but just showing you here right now, just so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Leaves are in the cup. I have put hot water, boiled water, just boil the water. I don't know if you can see it steaming in here, and I'm going to get your cup ready right away. And I hope that you ladies enjoy your tea leaf reading. So right now I'm swirling. Everyone does it differently, but you should go into teacher mode whenever, teaching mode whenever I get the cup ready. But I'm just swirling the leaves around right now. Kelsey, how do you read tea leaves? That's an excellent question. 1 second. So right now I'm swirling your cup, and this is for Christine. You asked first, right? Yeah. So this is a reading for Christine. Kelsey will be with you in 1 second. So I've swirled your leaves around. Now I'm going to strain out your cup and remove most of the excess liquid tea out of your cup. Kelsey, I've heard of coffee ground. Yeah, exactly, Kelsey. Yeah, for sure. So if you are familiar with if you've heard of the Greek or Turkish coffee, I think it's actually Turkish coffee. If you've heard of that, it's extremely similar to tea leaf reading. The only real difference is that we are using tea rather than coffee. Yeah, and this is what I guess you didn't maybe hear my little preamble at the beginning of this live. What happens when I read tea leaves is that I read the images which are formed by tea leaves in a cup. They all mean different things. They can be literal, symbolic, and or both. I do read chronologically. Different people read differently. So just as a very quick recap here. This is just how I myself do it. Talk to 10 people, they may tell you 10 different ways. The rim is the present situation. The sides are on the way. The base is more of the distant future. So now, on the way, and later. And I will, as you will see, I will get your cup ready right now, Christine, but I get your cup ready by removing, or first now straining, any of the excess liquid, most of the excess liquid out of your cup. I'll leave just enough liquid in here with the right amount of liquid tea, like water, like liquid tea, to the actual tea leaves. Checking the consistency right now. A little bit more water in here, actually. This is I'm showing you I'm answering your question right now, Kelsey. May not sound like I am, but I am. Just getting your cup ready right now, Christine. Check the consistency. Make sure it's just right. Okay. We should go quieter on this time. Okay. And I just need to push the, now what I do is, pardon any background noise. What I'm actually doing right now is I am pushing the leaves that are on the sides of the cup back down into the base. That's what I'm doing at the moment. And I'm going to be upturning the cup onto a saucer, like a plate. I'm using a mug, so I'm using a plate. And if I was using obviously a teacup, I'd be using a saucer. But anyway, at any rate, I will be upturning it onto a plate. Allow it to drain a little bit more liquid, any remaining liquid. And then look, like basically, and then like, turn around 3 times and then look inside. So I look to see what images are formed by tea leaves in a cup. The tea leaves are affixed to the side, like these. I would read the leaves that are on the sides of the cup in the interior, and go from there. Different images will form. Different people have different meanings that they associate with different images. I don't like to say that tea leaf reading is subjective. It's just to different like readers. It's just people who do tea leaf reading. It's just that different people read differently. And then we all have different images and meanings that we associate with like different images. Right? So like your image that you may associate with like what, for example, like you may associate abundance and prosperity, for example, as a lamp. So if you're reading tea leaves, you may see a lamp if abundance was being indicated for whomever you're reading for. For me, it's a tree, but still it's the same meaning. It all comes from the boss, and I just relay it by divine source, and I just relay whatever I'm seeing to the best of my ability. So I hope that sort of just answers your question. So how do I read it? That's how I prepare the cup. I'm going to flip it over right now. And 1, 2, 3, flip. I'm going to turn it around 3 or 4 times and let it strain any excess liquid out. And look to see what is in the cup. It's very similar to tarot or oracle or angel card readings. It's very similar to that. However, we're not using any decks. This is simply like strictly like tea leaves. I use tea leaves, but it is a very, very, very extremely similar to like coffee ground readings. Essentially, it's the same thing. It's just using tea rather than coffee. Like for example, tea leaf reading is also referred to as tasseography, tasseomancy, or tasseology. They all come from the French root word tas. I've also read online for my own research too, that the Arabic word for cup is tassa. So essentially, it all refers to cup reading, even though like I'm using tea, coffee is exactly the same thing. So it's just a very, very similar way of doing it. It's just like same as but different. Does that sort of make sense? Does that explain your question? There's really no one quick way to answer tea leaf reading, like how I read it. This is how I prepare the cup. This is how I do it. I read chronologically, but different people read differently. So different images will appear. And again, for myself, how I describe it is that it describes the qualities and or characteristics of events and or situations which are likely to occur. So different images show. It's not like I will say like horse, tree, dog. No, I will be describing to you what I'm seeing. It describes what I am seeing as possible future events which are likely to happen. Does that answer your question? Yeah, Kelsey, hope that answers your question. Just one quick check at the chat before we start your reading, Christine. Kelsey, yeah, it is interesting. It is really interesting, yeah. I'm actually approaching my 14-year anniversary of doing tea leaf reading. It's really, really cool. I never thought I'd ever be doing this. It's really fun. I can also offer like psychic medium readings too, but tea leaf reading is so unique and I really enjoy it and people enjoy it too. Dragonfly, thank you so much for that comment in there. Yes, we're at 504 subscribers. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed, all of your views, all of your likes, all of your comments, all of your chats in the live chats, all of your subscribes. Thank you so much for all of your help because it really helps to get this channel out there. As with every channel, it helps with the algorithm. So thank you so much. And now we've surpassed the milestone of 500. We really have. Christine, excuse me. Does any of your family members do this? My grandmother did. She has since passed many years ago, but she did. Yeah, I did not learn from her though. she passed when I was very, very young. Kelsey, thank you so much. Yeah, that's early in July. Actually, it's almost just about a month away now. Yeah, 14-year anniversary. It's pretty crazy. But yes, we've surpassed the 500 mark. So what we're gonna do is we are going to have a party. So I mentioned this in the last live on Monday. So I'm going to get to your reading, Christine. I swear I'm going to get to it right now. But quick side out here. So yeah, we've reached over the 500 mark. So now we have to have a party. So if you have any suggestions about anything special that you like to do, any ideas that you have for maybe a special live or a special reading or special live stream of some kind, please let me know. If you're watching now in the live chat, you're also welcome to send me an email. I know Jack and Fly, you very sweetly put my email address in the chat. And also, you're welcome to also post comments in the comment section below once this replay is posted. I'm going to have that posted tomorrow. And I would love to hear any ideas and suggestions that you have, rather, for a party, a way to celebrate reaching 500. This is a really cool milestone. And to reach 500 subs for me is just like, this is like the coolest thing ever. So thank you so much, everyone, for all of your help and all your support. It's amazing. Okay, so now without further ado, Christine, we're going to be reading your tea leaves right now. And again, please send me an email should you wish me to send you pictures of your tea leaf reading. Thank you, Jack and Fly. So we'll aim for this to be about 5 minutes. And let's start. You are welcome to also, this goes for anyone who's having a reading, welcome to post the comment validations should you wish to, Christine. Do not feel like that there is a need to do so. Also, just please don't ask anyone else if you're having like what you're, please don't ask anyone else what their question is or what they're thinking of, or just please maintains my objectivity and as well as everyone else's confidentiality. So thank you so much. Okay, here we go. So Christine, right now it appears as though to me, this is just what I'm getting. Again, entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer there. Please seek what you will, leave what you don't. Big long disclaimer in the description box below. Appears as though to me that it looks like, okay, so you have one. There's one main event or situation taking place for you right now, I would say, Christine, where things are calm and clear and quiet and you're happy with that, and or you want things to get moving a little bit more. This is in one main area. However, however, there's also a much smaller event or situation also taking place right now where that's also the case. But it's like, in comparison, as a metaphor, one gold, one bronze. However, from what I'm seeing in here, it looks like your cup is actually rather busy. It's actually really busy. So it looks like that's going to be changing. If it's been quiet and you've sort of been feeling like noticing that or feeling that or whatever, that's going to be changing quite soon from what I'm seeing in here. You do have one main event or situation. That's a layout. This is a layout that I do often see. It is approximately almost a quarter of your cup. So I mean, it is significant. In addition to this main event or situation, you do have a few things taking place in the short term as well. You have one smaller, very short-term event or situation taking place like imminently, like very, very soon, that is related indirectly, I would say, with the main event or situation. It's in and of itself, it's a standalone in and of itself situation. However, it is related to the main event or situation. There's likely some form of, or there very well could be some form of property that is involved in some way, shape, or form, like the helpful individual helping in that scenario. This is either someone, this could even be someone who's quite wise. There's also reassurance that's being indicated regarding this. It's also very well possible that there even may be a departed loved one. I firmly believe we all have divine assistance and help at all times anyway. That's just my opinion. But there very well could be a departed loved one helping in this situation who has like, they were older. I would say when they passed, they had like dark hair is what I'm seeing. But again, please seek what you will and leave what you don't. But there's reassurance again that is related to that scenario in and of itself, and there is a stability that is present as well. Looks looks happy, looks good. Crying happy tears, pretty well happening in there. There's also some talk, conversations, thoughts and words and ideas taking place. A reminder for a little bit of, or indicator, I should say rather, of using intellect. This is all about a new opportunity that's also taking place. May not be, again, hugely significant, but it is present. And that is preceded by 3 individual scenarios. This is likely regarding documents or paperwork of some way, shape, or form. In some way, shape, or form. You also have a much larger event or situation taking place, also taking, like, it's going to be starting that starts very soon. And it does continue on for a short time. Has 2 parts to it, one much smaller than the other. But the one that's smaller has more surprises involved, almost more intense, more impactful, things along those lines. But overall, generally speaking, there's a lot of conversations, thoughts, words, ideas, things up in the air a little bit more. And this is all about, or has a component of transformation, new ideas, creativity, burgeoning of new ideas, like new creative projects, change, positive change, transformation that is present. And again, it looks like a positive scenario, taking some time out for your own self-care, as well as unconventional stability. So what I mean by that is taking, like, for example, paint boxes, sell them online and make money. Okay, so in regards to this main event or situation, it definitely involves, it's a very sweet and loving scenario overall. Helpful people are totally, I would say, totally present. This may sound kind of random, but there may be a California connection in some way, shape, or form, possibly. If not that, then it's a helpful individual, likely a female, who would wear her hair like short or wear it up in some way. There are some, like, definitely have some surprises. It's one of those situations where it's like you have clarity and yet not as the situation continues to unfold. But it's very sweet and very positive and very loving. It looks like a very nice energy of the whole scenario, with a lot of like unconditional love, support, loyalty, and commitment and protection present, with new opportunities being presented. Small reminder for glass half full versus glass half empty, person, place, or thing, with a letter I that's involved. But it generally looks to be a good scenario. There's also a helpful man in the short term who is present, documents and paperwork. And as we continue on a little bit, yeah, this is all about like it's almost like stepping into your power, stepping into it's that whole like self-worth conversation, and then going into but like stepping into your power kind of thing, and burgeoning new ideas, creativity. And then going into the base, it's like, oh my gosh, it's so busy. A lot of working with other people, taking leaps of faith. Should you wish? I don't tell people what to do in readings. It's like, no, I don't do that, but saying what I'm seeing. New creative partnerships, creative projects, partnerships. This may even be a little bit on the romantic side, but definitely partnerships. Positive, again, change, transformation, new beginnings, new opportunities. Receiving positive news tangibly, like receiving something that's tangible. Letter C and or G that's also present. And a lot of surprises, and the letter H as well. It's going to be pretty crazy in the future, but I mean that in a good way. It's like super busy for you. So I hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading there. That was your first ever tea leaf reading, Christine. Hope that you enjoyed it. Oh, Christine, I'm so sorry. So sorry about your mom. Yes. Divine assistance is around us, in my opinion, present at all times. But sometimes it's nice to have that reminder of it. So, Christine, thank you so much for being here. I'm so sorry about your mom passing. It's awful. But I hope that everything is going well. And from what I'm seeing in here, you have a lot on the way, a lot of busyness on the way. So hopefully that tea leaf reading was helpful, and that you received what you needed to receive from it. So thank you for trusting me enough to read for you. 16. How much for this reading? Just a change of energy from with past love. Yes, absolutely. Well, absolutely. I completely agree. And the energy, as we have always heard, like energy can never cease to be. It just changes form. So yeah, for sure, absolutely. Well, I hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading, and hopefully it was helpful for you. Well, thank you so much. And again, please feel free to email me if you want me to send you pictures of your tea leaf reading. Okay, Kelsey, you are up next. Super excited for your reading. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I have your cup ready right now. I have your leaves here. I'm just going to add some hot water in here and get your cup all ready for you. I hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading. I already said all of the preambles already before. I don't need to say them again, but I am also going to say, as always, disclaimer, entertainment purposes only. So again, please take what you will, leave what you don't. Get your cup ready here. So thank you so much, ladies, for being here this evening. Okay. Kelsey, I'm just getting your reading ready right now. I'm going to push the tea leaves back down into the base. That's what you're hearing in terms of a background noise. So much of a background noise here. There we go. It's always so much fun whenever I read for people. It's always really fun. And if it's their first ever reading, I always get so excited. It's like, it's exciting. And it is such a unique divination tool. I find most people either know about it from Harry Potter, quite honestly, or they have family members, or relatives, usually or female, and they read cups. So it's not a very, it has its place. It absolutely does. It's just usually when people hear divination tool, they think tarot cards, angel cards, oracle cards, pendulums. I love them all. I love all of those divination tools. I have a ton of card decks, but tea leaf reading is such a unique divination tool, in my opinion. So I'm just checking the consistency of your tea leaves right now. Wow. So Kelsey, I hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading. Yay! And again, please feel free to put validations in the chat or not. It's completely up to you. What got you into tea leaf reading? That is a very good question. Bit of a story. Clearly, bit of a story. I always felt, how long do I want? How many years do you want me to go back? How many years do you want me to go back into that to that answer? The short version or the long version? Let's go with the very much the short version. Short version is that around 2004, 2005, yes, that's the short version. I first got into angel cards. That's really what I like, oracle cards, and then I got into shortly after that, got into Reiki, got energy healing. I am a Reiki master teacher. Used to be a Reiki master teacher. Got into that. Took some other courses involving energy, like energy work and aura and chakras and stuff. And then, long story short, 2010 rolled around. And then I ended up offering tea leaf readings at a lovely store. And it just went from there. It went from there, really. And then the psychic medium readings and the tea leaf readings, that's when I began doing that, was in 2010. A friend of a friend, no, it was one of my mom's friends, had received a book about tea leaf reading that she wasn't using and thought maybe I would like to be interested, thought I would be interested in the book. Absolutely was. And here we are, almost 14 years later. That's the short version. That is the very short version. There's a much longer story. involving offering readings at group tea leaf readings and private readings from my home and from different locations and stores, and one store actually especially, but that's a very short version. Plus, I was like really interested in spirituality. I was really interested in psychic ability, and yeah, that's how I got into it. That's the very short version. Christine Outlander episode. Yes, I know. I know it does. Mrs. Graham is the as character, as I recall, on the show anyway. Who read clear the character clear as tea leaves. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's fun. Although I've never seen anything like what Claire read, what Claire got in her tea leaves. I've not seen that. I must say, I've not seen that before. Kelsey, I mean, it's absolutely possible. It's possible. It is possible. It's totally possible. Yeah, it's totally possible for sure. For sure. Usually, it's older female relatives in the family, is from what I have heard from other people, from what I have read online, who do read tea leaves. But again, she didn't teach me, at least not physically anyway. Maybe energetically, for sure. I would totally agree with that concept. Dragonfly. I have not read the books of Outlander, but I did watch the show. It's quite the show. It's actually very good. But I've not seen the. I don't know if I can watch the next season. It's just, oh, can I handle it? but yeah, for sure. So Kelsey, let's get on with your tea leaf reading right now. So I hope that answers your question. There's really no quick answers from me usually. They almost always involve a story of some kind. But that is the short version. I'm going to turn, look around 3 or 4 times. But as far as I'm concerned, it all comes from all of every single like divination tool, every time, like as far as I'm concerned, it all comes from the divine source. Intention is incredibly important. Ethics are incredibly important. To myself anyway, whenever I'm doing a reading for someone, I absolutely never take it lightly. Yes, like we can sort of joke around and say, yes, it's really fun hang out here, and it is. It absolutely is, but I take every reading extremely seriously. Yeah, like, yes, it's entertainment purposes only. Please take what you will and I leave what you don't. Is I absolutely firmly agree with that concept and I believe it wholeheartedly. However, at the same time, I can never approach it as entertainment. Bit of a distinction there. I love doing it. I have a lot of fun with this. I really enjoy this. However, I take it extremely seriously because even though it is its own, it is a divination tool. It's its own form of it's a divination tool. It's still a reading, as divination tools are. It still involves like working with people's lives. It involves like your own life, and I never take this seriously. But again, big long disclaimer in the description box below. But yeah, entertainment purposes only for sure. No readings I ever offer are ever meant to replace any kind of like medical or any kind of like legal or professional guidance or anything like that. So very much open-minded. Open minds are a good thing, and just take what you will and leave what you don't, and hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading. Okay. Okay, Kelsey, ready for your reading? Busy girl. Kelsey, you're really busy. So it just looks like you have a lot on the go right now. I would say that you have. Okay, so we'll say 1. We'll say 2. This is 1. You have one main event or situation taking place right now where things are calm and clear and quiet and you're happy with that, and or you want things to get moving a little bit more. I would also say that you have 1, 2 smaller events or situations also taking place as well as, okay, so it's like you have one, two. So if you have one gold, two silver, two bronze. Okay. Yes. Thank you. So that's what I'm seeing for right now. Again, I read chronologically. So this is confirming like what's going on right now. And then looking in your cup. Whoa. Okay. So your main event or situation is approximately 1/3 of your cup. So it is quite significant. Oh, sorry. 1 second. I just need to strain a little bit more out of the base. I'm seeing where my Kleenex go. There it is over here. There's a little bit of liquid tea that is still in the bottom, like still in the base of your cup. 1 second. 1 second. Just being ever so carefully straining it out. I do not want that to change or skew the images in the base of your cup. Estrella? Yes, Estrella. Really quickly, side note here. Sorry about this, Kelsey. Estrella, yes, for sure. So you're up next. And then we only offer 3 readings here on Thursday nights. So Estrella, you got the last spot. Yay! Thanks so much for being here. I will read for you next. Right now, we're reading for Kelsey, and then you are up next. Thank you so much. Okay, so Kelsey, so your main event or situation again, it is approximately 1/3 of the cup, so it is quite quite significant. Aside from this one main event or situation, you do have, let's say 1, 2, 2 events or situations or 2 areas of your life where things are calm and clear and quiet as well. So I would say basically it's a bit of a reprieve. Those other 2 scenarios are like a nice time that you can sort of essentially pace yourself. They're quieter time. I would say based on previous readings I've ever done, I would say that use the quiet time to your best advantage, be as productive as possible, get anything that you need to get done. But it's really a nice time to sort of like, but it's also, yes, but it's also like a just nice time to have a reprieve, like, okay. Like you can focus on this one main event or situation and not really be distracted by too many other different things. Mostly though, that applies in the short term because as time and events unfold, from what I'm seeing right now, it looks like things do start picking up in the next short while. Timing is variable, but for right now anyway, in the next short while. And then it becomes a little bit more busier and it just actually becomes definitively be busier further down in the cup, further along as time goes. If I see marker or an indicator of time, I will say it. In the short term, related to an event or scenario that's taking place right now, essentially there's 2 smaller individual events which are going to be changing that scenario and making it into 2 smaller parts essentially in the very short term. And that leads to a series of events that leads further down into the base, further into the future. And that results essentially in a time where it's like you receive abundance and prosperity, or someone new comes into the family, something to that effect. And then that leads into the more of the distant future, but we'll get into that in a minute. Now, in the short term, you do have 4 very short-term events and/or situations taking place very much in the short term and don't last for that long. Again, they're short term. 2 of them specifically are about new opportunities, new creative projects, a new opportunity that's being presented, a new idea, a new concept of some kind. Okay, in terms of your main event or situation, it's a real balance between like clarity and not, so knowing where we stand and yet you don't at the same time, and also a lot of conversations, thoughts, words, ideas, discussions also taking place. Lots of helpful people, most certainly in the certainly in the short term. There is a positive scenario taking place soon. It likely involves 2 different people, but there's like 3 aspects to it at the same time. That also has a 4 more connection there of taking a little bit of time out, bit of a breather as well. But that all has to do with a new creative project, a new opportunity, a new idea that's being contemplated. But generally speaking, yeah, there's a lot of conversations and ideas taking place throughout all of this entire scenario. A lot of conversations. In the short term here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 3 smaller events or scenarios taking place in the short term as part of this main event or situation. Small, short time of a reprieve, a quietness, and then it all starts off again. But it is all part of this one main event or situation. Looks like it's overall a very good scenario. Small reminders in here for glass half full versus glass half empty. But definitely, like certainly, like new, from what I'm seeing, new creative projects, new beginnings, new opportunities. Some conclusions, like yes, but there's like all of these smaller of various sizes, of various levels of importance, of new opportunities that are being presented in here. Action, movement, momentum, things taking place rather quickly, like a spiritual sacredness element, specifically in regards to a situation that involves a new opportunity, yes, and also like a nurturing and taking care of, and a helpful individual that's present with that involves forward movement. And this whole scenario essentially concludes with this element or this feeling of protection, sacredness, yes, as well as unconditional love, like reminders of unconditional love, support, loyalty, commitment. Those qualities are being present, and very much like feeling very positive. Like it's a very, very sacred, very spiritual. Like the sacredness, the spiritualness is associated with that individual scenario. You know, lots of new opportunities, and then heading into the base, which is more of the distant future. Busy across the whole board, I would say. Almost half of it involves a little bit more surprises than the other part of it does. But generally speaking, like one part involves more thoughts, ideas, conversations, and then the other part is more like surprises and things that we're just not supposed to know about right now. So Kelsey, that is your very, very quick tea leaf reading. And as you can see, this is why I always like for private readings, I keep them at 15 minutes for private readings. It's the shortest amount of time that I do offer for that reason, because I super talk. So I hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading, Kelsey. Thanks so much again for hanging out here and for being here. I hope that you enjoyed it. Oh, so, okay, so I'm just catching up here on the chat. In case you're wondering why I'm looking off at the side, extremely short-sighted here. Okay, so Estrella. Can you get her name, please? Oh, that's cool. Oh, thanks so much, Kelsey. I really hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading. It's a lot of fast talking on my part. I know that, but I hope that you enjoyed it and had a nice reading. So thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It's really fun. I always have the best people in the chat, though. I know I always say this, but it's like Dragonfly, Teresa, you know I always say this. It's 100% true. Like, everyone in the chat, aside from, like, any bots or whatever that we get sometimes, everyone is so great. Like, everyone is awesome. Talk amongst themselves. Makes me so happy whenever I see that. And until such time that until we can all hang out together at the same time, in the same room, have a big group hug. This is the next best thing. So, thanks for being here. Estrella. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Is it Estrella? Estrella? That's really pretty. Estrella de la Sol. I hope I'm saying it correctly. I've never done this kind of reading. It is so cool. Oh, that's awesome, Estrella. So usually I find if it's a psychic medium reading, or if it's like regardless if it's that kind of reading or if it's a tea leaf reading, whenever there's more than one individual present who's having a reading, you like most commonly there is a theme. If you've watched other lives where we've done group tea leaf readings like this, like for viewers, usually there's a theme. And this is really cool that all three of you ladies, this is one of the other commonalities here. This is your first ever tea leaf reading. So all three of you ladies have never had a reading before, a tea leaf reading before. So that's just so like divine synchronicity. I just love it. So Estrella, I really hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading. So let's get your cup ready and begin to read your tea leaves. Okay, thank you. Estrella, is that how am I pronouncing that correctly? Estrella, is that right? Estrella. Because I'm in Canada, so if I see EST in French, I go eh. That's how you pronounce it. So I hope I'm saying it correctly. Apologies if I'm not. Is it right? Estrella. I always like to say people's names right. Estrella. That's really pretty. Estrella. Okay, I think I'm saying it correctly. Thank you. Estrella. That's really pretty. Estrella. Well, Estrella, I really hope that you enjoy your tea leaf reading. I have your leaves ready right here. Just boil the hot water. Just boil the water again. Oh, is she gonna come over and say hi? Okay, everyone. Well, I have a little chocolate lab. She's 3 years old. Her name is Bree. She's pretty little for a lab, and she never. Hi, baby. Hi. She woke up from her nap, and she likes to come over when I go live, and she likes to come over and say hi. Hi, baby. Hi. She won't jump up and say hi, but she comes over and then sometimes like slams into the table and makes everything and just like reverberate with the camera. Hi, Bree. Yes, want to say hi to everyone? Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Yes, priestess. Thanks so much, Estrella. That's awesome. Bree, hi. Hi. Good girl. Good Bree. Yeah, she woke up from her little nap. Yes, her name is Bree. I figured it meant star. I actually did think it meant star. That's really pretty. That's really pretty. I love that. That's so pretty. That's awesome. Okay, well, Bree came over to say hi to everyone. So everyone, Bree says hi. She's under the table right now. I know. You're such a good baby. Good little girl. Yeah, Bree just turned 3 in April. So she's just a baby. Just a little girl still. Okay. So Estrella, I'm getting your leaves ready right now as we speak. Checking the consistency of your tea leaves. So did you hear my little preamble before about the chronology of how I read it in terms of how I read it? I just don't want to be repetitive if I don't need to be. Because different people definitely read differently. And to me, there's no right or wrong way. It's just different. Is she your familiar? Bree? No, she's my pet. Bree, she's my pet. Bree is my little. I live with my mom. Bree is our dog, and she's 3 years old. I wouldn't call her my familiar. She's my Bree. I wouldn't use that word, no, but she's my pet. She's my dog. She's the family, part of the family. Just checking the consistency of your tea leaves here. Strain it out a little bit more. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so I'm just gonna push. Oh, you can over again? Nope, not. Okay. Okay, so Estrella, I'm going to be swirling your leaves around a little bit here. Okay. Now pushing your tea leaves back down into the base. So everyone does read completely differently. I read chronologically. Everyone's completely different. Okay, I mean, maybe if that's a different word that people want to associate with their furry animal family members, then yes. But I don't use that word. But again, that sort of relates back to tea leaf reading. It's like this is why I often will use more than one word to describe one scenario or one thing that I'm seeing. And you'll, like, for example, a new creative project, a new idea, a new opportunity. There, I've just said like 3 different words or phrases relating to one image or one event or situation that I'm seeing. Because one word may not resonate with someone, but another word would or does. So, same concept. No, not at all, not at all. Some people may use that word. I don't, but that's just me. Just pushing your leaves back down into the base. That is any sound effect that you are hearing right now. And thank you so much again, everyone, for being here. I so appreciate it. And yes, we have surpassed the 500 mark. I have not looked at my at the ticker right now in the past, well, since we've been live, but we're 500 subscribers. Yay. So yeah, we're going to have a party. We're going to do something really fun. So if you're watching this live or you're watching this in the replay and you have any ideas or suggestions about what we can do to plan like a digital online video party of some kind, what we can do, please let me know. I'm open to suggestions. We have to plan something fun because now we're at 500. So we've surpassed 500. So it's a really fun milestone and I love every single one of you. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Okay, Estrella, ready? 1, 2, 3. Flip it over. So I read chronologically. I don't know if you saw my little preamble before. I read chronologically, which means, okay, so for example, here, I'll use my water cup here. My camera, my phone is very tilted, but I'm holding this straight. But anyway, the rim is the present situation, the sides are on the way, and the base is more of the distant future. So it's now on the way, oops, now on the way, and later. So I'm just getting your cup ready right now, Estrella. I'm going to turn it around 3 or 4 times clockwise. And for all of you new people in the chat, all of our new friends, thank you so much. Hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf readings this evening, ladies. And Estrella, hope that you also enjoy your tea leaf reading. I am going to be loading or scheduling rather the lives for next week. So if you're just joining me fairly recently and you didn't hear my little preamble sound bite at the beginning of this live, as of next week, we're going to be doing these lives still Mondays and Thursdays, the same schedule. It's just that we're going to be aiming for 9 p.m. Eastern rather than 8 p.m. Eastern, simply because from where I'm in the world, I'm in Southern Ontario, so it's lighter later, it's brighter later. So this way we can all sort of make use of the sunlight that we have in the evening and then go live later in the evening when it's a bit darker. Australia, yeah, exactly. That's why I was like saying, like, well, some people may consider it yes, some people may consider it no. But yeah, that's my opinion too. Yeah. Okay, question about tea leaf reading, Australia. Okay, can you learn or is it a gift? Oh, it absolutely, I would say it's both. Like, I would say it's like anything else, whether we're, for example, whether this is just my opinion here, going off topic here, but for example, so in terms of like tea leaf reading, it's like baking is a gift and it can be learned and taught. Doctoring is a gift, in my opinion, and can also be learned and taught. I think that's the same for virtually everything, every single profession or job or work or whatever word or words you want to use. I think it is a gift. Basically everything is a gift, and it can also be learned and taught. Hope that answers your question. Yeah, yeah. Because I'm basically self-taught, more or less. God is my boss. God is my boss. God is the one. All comes from the divine source, but whatever name or names you want to use. Would I be able to learn? Um, hmm, hmm. To learn it, mean it, or does it have to be gifted to me? Um, well, again, I think everything is a gift. I think different qualities, different knowledge, they're all gifts, and they can also be again learned and also like taught. So I think absolutely you can learn it, and it is a gift. Absolutely is a gift, and you can learn it as well. Does it answer your question? Yeah, because I certainly did. I certainly did. It's not like I was always knew how to read tea leaves. It was a process, but I learn everything. I learn new things every single time I do a tea leaf reading. Like I'm always learning. I think when you stop learning something that you're working on, no, like I'm always learning new things. That's an excellent question. Well, I mean, if you're interested, please send me an email if you want me to. I've been toying with the idea of maybe teaching this. So if you are interested in me maybe offering a course or something, other people that mentioned that as well to me. Send me an email if you're interested, and maybe we can work something out in the future. Yeah, if there's enough interest, I'm happy to offer that in some way, shape, or form as well. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Short version is practicing. That's the best way. It's a whole conversation in itself, it's straight, and I really want to get on with your tea leaf reading. But essentially, it again, as I mentioned before, with any form of divination tool. Oh, Dragonfly, thank you so much. I know it's getting really late here. It's like we've really gone over time. So Dragonfly, thank you so much. Have an amazing night. Thank you so much. Does the I Ching Yeah, all these forms of divination are amazing. Oh, sorry, one second. Mom, may you please let Brie outside? Thank you. Sorry. Bree is here in the background. She wants to go outside. Um, yeah, the I Ching, the tarot, I think we mean I Ching, tarot pendulum. They're all valid and I love them all. Yeah, absolutely. Well, Estrella, if you're interested again in me maybe teaching you how to read tea leaves or me offering a course, other people have mentioned that to me before again, not repeating myself, but if you are interested, then send me an email and I will put my email back in the chat right now. Please just maybe take out the spaces in it and what I'm typing in here. And, whoops, sorry, that was a typo. 1 second. There, that's my right email address. And Adam, no, it's Adamson. And if I have enough interest, then maybe I'll offer a course. I'm totally open to doing that. Yeah, yeah, they're all valid. I think they're all valid. Again, but it's a whole conversation again, Estrella. But it all comes down to my opinion of all these different divination tools. They're different ways of receiving basically the same information. It's just different. Same aspect, different. All comes from the boss. And it's all about intention, as far as I'm concerned, and all the ethics that surround it, because it's that's a whole conversation. But yeah, if you're interested, please send me an email. And if I can be of help, then I will. Okay. So Australia, we're gonna get on with your tea leaf reading right now. Because it is getting a little bit on here in the Eastern time zone. We're heading up to 9:30. So thank you again so much for being here. I'm going to get on with your tea leaf reading right now. And if you are interested in me sending pictures to you of your tea leaves, please send me an email to my email address that's in the chat and I will send them over to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to aim for 5 minutes and let's begin. So Estrella, you have, in terms of what's occurring right now, entertainment purposes only, as a disclaimer, please take what you will and leave what you don't. Basically said you are very busy, I would say, right now. You have a lot of things happening right now, taking place. You have a layout that I do often see, main event or indoor situation that is present, is approximately 1/4 of your cup, so it is quite significant. Actually, it's about 1/3 of your cup, actually. So it is quite a significant event or situation. Overall, there's, let's see. In addition to that, you do have a few smaller events and or situations taking place very much in the short term. Aside from that, specifically one that is related to a new concept, a new idea of some way, in some way, shape, or form. Looks like a positive situation. It is indirectly related, it is directly related rather, sorry, to the main event or situation. It's also being shown. And somehow it is a helpful individual present in that regard, in that scenario, with the letter J and or S that is present. Possibly, with the letter I as well, that involves forward movement, forward progression, new idea. There's new concept that is associated with this, as well as, again, in my opinion, we all have divine protection anyway, divine assistance at all times. But there's also this like idea or this concept of divine protection, transformation, a new opportunity somehow that is associated with that in some way, shape, or form. And this is all helping to create a sense of stability, yes, but also new opportunity and somehow like could be some kind of property connection in some way, shape, or form as well. Very much in the short term, there may be a very small instance of like, oh, not so happy with the way that this situation is unfolding, but really you have so much on the go. You just have a lot of new ideas being present in the short term, new opportunities that are being contemplated, specifically specifically two of them. No, specifically three. Three main ones and one very much, two actually a smaller ones, like five. So you have a lot of new ideas, a lot of new things on the go here. Aside from this main event or situation, for the most part, you have a lot of time from what I'm seeing in the upcoming time, where things are again calm and clear and quiet, and you're happy with that, or you want things to get moving. But I would say to use this quietness as a reprieve and to be as productive as possible, to get anything that you need to get done, so you're as prepared for what is to come later based on what I am seeing. Now, this main event or situation, really nice combination here for you from what I'm seeing here of action, momentum, and also like things taking place, knowing where you stand and yet you don't at the same time, but definitely more clarity. There's definitely clarity, and also it's like a really fun combination here of clarity and also a lot of conversations, things up in the air, ideas, thoughts, words, things along those lines. But this all sort of revolves, or like the main hub of it, the main core of it, A main central part of it is a loving and harmonious scenario, yes, but also a new opportunity, some kind of change, transformation, new opportunity in some way, shape, or form. Looks like a positive scenario, and you definitely, from what I'm seeing here, have helpful people involved. And it looks like you're also crying happy tears at around that time too. So it looks like a good scenario, like a sacredness, a spiritual element in some way, shape, or form as well. Okay, so then going down further into your cup, and you can see why the 15-minute tea leaf reading is the shortest amount of time that I offer for private readings for this reason alone. A lot of information is always usually conveyed in tea leaf reading. As we go down further into the cup, which is more of the distant future, yeah, definitely some more surprises. But again, a really sense of like going for what you want to have. Yes, not being held back. Forward movement, forward progression, personal place or thing with the letter L that is involved. That also is in that individual's instance involves the qualities of like going within, nurturing, and taking care of those kinds of qualities being present. This could even be referencing like a child or a new creative project of some way of some kind in some way, shape, or form. There's also quite likely a Leo connection. I'm no astrologer, nor a numerologist, but there's likely a Leo connection in some way, shape, or form that's present. Now, there's also a harmonious scenario involving abundance and prosperity. And I know I'm super talking here. And then also heading into the base, things do become a little bit more quiet for you, Estrella. They really do. But probably after everything that's takes place in this main event or situation is probably a very good thing. You definitely have, from what I'm seeing in here, a lovely new partnership taking place. I mean, it is taking place very, very nicely. It's beautifully forming. There's likely not Scorpio, sorry, likely a Sagittarius connection in some way, as well as maybe some form of stability, a reminder that the angels are around you. And this all is all related to a individual instance of abundance and prosperity. And there's likely open communication between two individuals. But overall, generally speaking, it is much more of a quiet time in the more distant future. But you do have one, two, three, essentially four. No, I'm going to say essentially three individual groupings or three individual events or situations taking place in the more distant future, two of which are more important or more significant than the other one. But there's a lot of it's a lot more calmer. It's a lot calmer. It's much calmer than in the upcoming time. So, Estrella, I really hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading there, all three of you ladies. I hope that you enjoyed your first ever cup reading. It's really fun that you had it here on YouTube. So, Estrella, I hope that you enjoyed your tea leaf reading. Amanda K. Hey, can I get a read? Amanda, thank you so much for being here. We're just ready to wrap this up. I offer the 3 free 5-minute tea leaf readings as a goodwill gesture here on Thursday evenings here, but I just wrapped up my third one, and this is like case in point. We've now been live for just over an hour, like almost an hour and a quarter. So this is usually why we cap it off at 3. But thank you for your interest. I really appreciate you being here. That's awesome. I'm going to be going live again next Thursday. This is part of my weekly schedule here. We go live twice a week, Mondays. Next week is going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern, but regardless, Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern as of next week. That's a general weekly tea leaf reading. Look at the week ahead. And next Thursday evenings, this is what we always do. We go live, and that is live viewer readings. Exactly the same format as tonight. So I'm going to have to politely say no, but please come back again here next Thursday. I will be scheduling those lives in the next probably a few hours, and you will be able to see that on my channel here under the live tab. So please do come back again here on next Thursday, and I will promise I will do my very best to read for you. Yeah. Oh my, yeah, I know. But yeah, it's case in point. By the time that I sort of give a bit of a sound bite and give some time for people to hop on the call and then see who wants to have a tea leaf reading and then get the cups ready and then read and then on to the next one. That does take some time. Next week. Yeah, but it will be next week. So Monday is so Amanda K. So next Monday it's June. How is it already mid-June? Almost mid-June. But anyway, next week is June the 10th on Monday. That's 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's the weekly reading. And then next Thursday, June the 15th at 9 p.m. Eastern. And that's the 3 free 5-minute tea leaf readings. So hope that you can join. No, come back next Thursday and join out and hang out. Everyone here is really awesome. I mean, yes, we get some spammy bots or trolls. To me, I just find it humorous at this point, and I just take it as a compliment. But other than those bots, everyone is always awesome here. So thanks for being awesome, and thanks for being here. Yeah, I really appreciate you being here. You were excited. Oh, but hopefully you'll still be excited now. Hopefully now you can be excited for next week. Hopefully you can be, and I hope that you can make it again next Thursday. I really appreciate it. I really do. I always feel badly when people like join in at the end and they're like, "Oh, can I have a reading?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Getting a little bit later in the evening, and I always post the replay. I aim to post the replays of these lives the following day. I do my best to do that. So that's another thing there too. S. Whisk. Which? Just wanted to say hi again. Oh, yes, I remember you. Thanks so much for being here. Aw, thanks for the good vibes. Quietly watching the weekly. Aw. Oh, I hear you. I often, whenever I watch videos, I usually don't post either. So I totally hear you. Thank you so much for thanks for the 500 plus subs. Thank you so much. Yeah, we made it. It's a milestone. I'm working on a little Canva pic to post on my community tab. I haven't done it yet. I started doing it just to be like, hey everyone, look what we did. So yeah, we're definitely going to be having some kind of like online party. I'm planning some things in the background a little bit, but if you have any suggestions, any ideas of how we can do a special live to celebrate or have a digital party, please let me know in the chat or send me an email or post in the comment section below when I post this video and as a replay. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's very sweet of you. Estrella, thanks so much. That was awesome. Oh, thanks so much. Shorts need to be in your live popped up. Oh, yes, absolutely, Estrella. Well, that's why I go live vertically using the vertical feed because it does show up in the shorts. So, yes, YouTube algorithms are working. Amanda K. Okay, awesome. Love you too. Estrella can also feel your energy. It's very positive and powerful. Oh, you're so sweet, Estrella. Well, that's very sweet of you to say. Well, I never like getting in the lives because everyone in the chat is always having such an awesome time. But I'm going to call this the night. We've been here almost edging on towards an hour and a half. So I have to go take care of Brie, our chocolate lab. She's already come over and wanted some attention once. So I better end the live so I can go play with her. But everyone, thank you so much for being here. All of the newcomers here tonight, all of our new friends. I love you, ladies. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you again for all of your subs. I really appreciate each and every one of you for helping. It's awesome. And also, like, everything that you do, it really helps make this channel grow. So thank you. Obviously, shameless plug here. I do offer private readings. So if you would like to help and support this channel in different ways, all of my links are in the description box below. You're most welcome to book a reading with me if you're interested. No pressure. And also, I do have a Ko-fi page, a Ko-fi account. So if you want to buy me coffee or buy our dog Brie a biscuit, thank you so much. And all of those links are in the description box below if you feel so inclined and if you wish to. Thanks so much. Have a great week to yourself too. Mom is in the background and she's saying night night, everyone.
Night.
So love you all. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend ahead. From the TV reading from Monday, it looks like it's going to be a really crazy and good weekend. So let's see what happens this weekend.
Talking.
Pardon, Mom?
Sarah's Bree's been talking.
Oh, Bree is talking. That means that.
No, there you go.
There we go. There, you heard Bree. You heard Bree. I posted a picture of her like over a year ago. Maybe I should post another one on my community tab soon. So Bree has talked. It means I have to go. Bree says good night. Love you all so much. Take great care. And we'll see you again soon. I will be scheduling those lives, like I said, likely in the next few hours. If I don't do it tonight, I'll do it tomorrow. And then you can see those lives scheduled for next Monday and Thursday. So then, love you. Bye.